Hello there. Good evening. Let me fix my hair. Woo! Guys, gym time, info time. No supplements today. No. I'm gonna have my Infinity Gauntlet right here, just because I think it's cool. If you haven't seen Avengers Infinity War, you're wrong. Marvel didn't pay me to say that. So, I'm on this, kick of what's important whenever you're joining the gym, or big things to pay attention to, or getting started. I'm focused on more advanced stuff because I'm thinking everybody's to the point where I'm at, where I've been lifting for a really long time. So I'm trying to interview members, if you will, talk to people, find out things that they wish they knew whenever they first started. So, in turn, I'm going to be going over quite a bit of tips that I would recommend to people on top of, just like I've talked about in the past, beginner tips, all right? So, one big thing that a member suggested to me was to identify what your why, your what, or your how is, and be clear about your goals, and write them down. So, find out why you're doing what you're doing, what you're doing, how you're going to do it, stuff like that. If it's if your why is you want to go to your son or daughter's graduation, you want to go to their wedding, something like that, or you got a high school reunion coming up, you want to get in shape, that's your why. What are you going to do? Oh, excuse me. Is sign up for your gym membership. Whether it's here, whether it's 9 Mile, whether it's Cantonment, whether it's anywhere, you need to get started at the gym. How you're going to do it, get signed up with a trainer, or just going in general. Find out what your who, what, why, when, and where, and how is. On the flip side, something that was brought to my attention is just try and start working out 3 30-minute workouts a week. You know, kind of pace yourself. Don't do too much. You'll get burnt out. Another member had recommended to prioritize consistency over intensity. That's something I think is super, super important. Prioritize consistency over intensity. Be consistent, okay? Excuse me. Be consistent with what you're doing. That's more important. Coming in the gym more regularly, coming in 3 times a week for 30 minutes, beginning and going from there, being consistent about that instead of jumping into something intense and you only can come in 1 time a week. A big thing that I recommend to people, which was brought to my attention elsewise, was find other people that are active to help support your efforts, you know. That's something super beneficial. Some people are super intimidated by coming into the gym. Hey, everyone that's watching, Valerie, Brian, Chris, Megan, you want to find people that will help support you. It's hard to do this stuff on your own, and eventually when people that are around you see what you're doing, they're going to want to do the same thing. They're going to see you making results, and it's going to be a movement in a positive direction. Do workouts. I just saw it, Chris. Do workouts you actually like. You're more likely going to stick with it. So if your friend's doing something, if they're doing a bro split, they're doing chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, stuff like that, you don't like it, don't do it. You're not going to stick with it. Find something that you like. So this is the time to kind of experiment and see what kind of workouts you like. Somebody had mentioned this to me. It was pretty funny. Invest in a great pair of shoes. That was actually something I was going to talk about in the video in the future, is the kind of shoes that you should wear in the gym. I don't always recommend running shoes. I like to wear wrestling shoes when I lift. They're comfortable to me. They're nice and flat. I have wide feet, so I like having a nice flat shoe. So if you guys actually want me to do a video on the kind of shoes to wear, let me know. I feel like that'd be a great video for everyone, but I don't want to do it if you guys don't want to see it. Another tip that a member gave to me was to avoid burnout injuries, start slow and take breaks during your workout. If you see somebody in the gym just going to town, they're just getting after it. They're doing a crazy workout. Don't be intimidated by that. Avoid the burnout. They got up to that point over years and years of time. So take your time, avoid your burnout. If you feel like you need to rest. Listen to your body, like me and Josh had talked about in one of our videos in the past. Somebody that is fairly new, they've only been working out for about a year or two, had recommended to me, accept that you'll have setbacks, and that's okay. You are going to have setbacks. I can't tell you how many setbacks I've had. And I've been lifting for 14 years now. Plenty of setbacks. And it's okay. It's accepted. It's just like me and Lindell talked about in the past as well. Failing forward. Move forward from it. Accept it. Deal with it as needed. And then move forward. And don't think of working out as a task. You want to see it as self-care. You're taking care of yourself. And when you start having that kind of outlook on it, it'll make it more positive. You'll feel better about coming into the gym. And again, guys, these are all tips that members here that I actually talked to had recommended and that you guys actually try. Another one had mentioned, don't skip your warm-up or your cool-down. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much. Don't skip your warm-up and your cool-down. I had talked about that in a video in the past. The warm-up is very, very important, and the cool-down is as well. So don't skip those things. One of my bodybuilders here. Yep, Chris, that is important to get plenty of sleep. One of my bodybuilders in here said, master the fundamental movements like squats and lunges before getting fancy, which is super, super important. You need to master those fundamental movements that you're actually going to be using daily. A squat, a lunge. You're going to do those things daily instead of going straight into doing bicep curls, tricep extensions, bench press, stuff like that. Get the fundamental movements down first. Those are going to be the most beneficial. You need to work on those core stabilizing muscles. Those will carry you a long way. This came from one of my other members. Again, like I keep saying this, guys, this all came from members that I actually talked to. Don't compare yourself to people who are further along in their fitness journey. So, yeah. Don't compare yourself to me. I've been working out for 14 years. Don't compare yourself to Lindell. He's been working out longer than I have. Zach, anything like that. Don't compare yourself to those of us who've been doing this for a long time. If you're just starting, you will get to the point that we are, and then people are going to come and ask you for advice instead of you coming and asking us. Know that results don't happen right away, and that's okay. Yes, ladies, this one's really out to you guys, because you guys think you start lifting some weights, you're going to put on muscle super fast. Not going to happen. Nothing happens right away. Lifting weights, trying to change your body is a marathon, not a sprint. It's not something that'll happen fast. See, yep, Chris, off and on since he was 16. It's super important. Working out is so beneficial. Never stop working out for a long period of time, at least. I don't know if anybody is familiar with this, but I know I compare it to like a runner's high. If you get that post-workout high, enjoy it. Enjoy it as long as you can, because it doesn't always get there. A lot of the times now, when I work out, when me and Lindell work out together, by the time we're done, we're trashed. We wish we had that post-workout high. We're just done after it. So take advantage of it if you do get it. No, Chris, there's no miracle pill. I wish there was. Then I'd be out of a job. Sorry about that. Got a phone call. I'll have to call them back later. this tip, I wrote it down. So it's if you're into numbers and stats, try wearing a heart rate monitor to see how your body's working in real time. So in a previous video, I talked about not really paying attention to your heart rate unless your doctor told you to or you're an athlete. You really don't need to, but if you want to pay attention to something, pay attention to that number. And then second to that, pay attention to the kind of weight that you're putting up if you have a goal in mind. This one is super important. So set athletic goals like doing push-ups on your toes instead of your knees or running a certain distance. That one is super, super important. Set athletic goals. Get to the point, like for me, for example, I wanted to get to the point where I could do a human flagpole. It took me a long time to be able to do it. Now I can. So set goals like that. Start small. Again, doing push-ups on your toes, being able to do a crucifix push-up, being able to do all kinds of things like that, being able to do a pull-up, a squat without having to sit on a box. Set athletic goals like that. And write those goals down so when you meet them, you're meeting those accomplishments. This one's funny. Nix your excuses by laying out your workout clothes, signing up for workouts, and meal prepping fueling feuds. So yeah, if you got your gym bag made, your meals prepped out, and your workouts already done, like there's no excuse. And get in here, get after it, get it done. No excuse there. This one I thought was super, super important. Practice gratitude for what your body can do right now, no matter what your future goals are. Not everybody can do the things that you do beginning out. Some people just can't. So that's something to be blessed about. If you're able to walk around and move around, not a lot of people can. So don't take that for granted, but you always are moving forward. So practice gratitude for what your body can do right now, no matter what your future goals are. If you're doing push-ups on your knees, there's some people that can't even do push-ups. So be thankful for that. Move forward and then be able to get to the point where you can do push-ups on your toes. That's pretty much it for today's video. I apologize for not making a Wisdom Wednesday video. Me and Lindell will do that tomorrow. It'll still be called Wisdom Wednesday, but we got too busy today and we weren't able to do it and record that video. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. That's pretty much it. So in closing, pec pop, bicep vein. Everybody say hi to Wayne. Boom! Yeah, Connie, I'm missing some of my stones. Yeah, we'll turn it into Thoughtful Thursday, Chris. Thanks. I'm missing some of my stones. If you guys that are watching don't already know who I am, you should know who I am. I'm Dave with Anytime Fitness. I do these videos daily to kind of help motivate you guys. I'll be bringing supplements back in. I have something that I'm super excited about that I'll be talking to you guys probably tomorrow. Thanks, Stephanie. Thank you for saying hello to Wayne. Big things. Super excited about it. So, thanks, Chris. I'm not a beast. I'm just trying to catch up to you. Anywho, hey, Lindell. Mwah. Love you. You token Pacific Islander, you. All right, guys. I hope everyone had a great Wednesday. It's hump day. I hope everyone has a great evening. I look forward to seeing all of my people tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.